Let's move on to the second to last ending, which is the bad ending. This is what happens when you die.
No.
So we just died to Lavos. Oh no, how terrible. This actually took a long time to do because my characters were so powered up. I had to wait like 20 turns for Lavos to actually kill me. Anyway, so Lavos destroys the world. This is, you know.
Chilling look at things to come.
This is what happens when,
Look at Chronopolis there.
What happened in 1999? I'm trying to think what else. I was a junior.
Y2K.
No, that was 2000. Direct attack on, yes, this is the Y2K bug coming. Lavos is the Y2K bug, but like literally a bug.
He's really a big bug.
Calm down. This is what 1999 AD actually looks like. How does it look out there? Well, let's take a look on chopper number 5. Those 2 places are bad. Those 3 places not doing well. Those 2 places not do well. They blew up that guy's house.
Maybe they should call a truce. Whoa!
Whoa, like 70 places. Port, Chorus, Medina, everything's being destroyed. Why didn't we build more than 5 cities in this world? Director, we're under attack. Take cover in the Superdome.
The Thunderdome.
Director, sir, you must come with us. Nope, we're out of time. Get moving. Get out of here, you.
I gotta serve drinks to these rocks.
I gotta serve drinks to them?
Yeah, they're his guests.
Oh. Lavos. You scamp. How did he know Lavos' name?
Always destroying the world.
Or Nephi.
There's somebody to destroy it for.
And for those of you who may have seen this meme before, because it became a meme after this. But the future refused to change.
There's that scream everyone knows.
So that's a bad ending. The future refusing to change. Now there's one more ending, but this ending...
So what does that mean, the future refused to change? So we still go to the future and do all the stuff we did? Even though it happened?
But what happened is that Lavos ended up killing us, so obviously he still did what he did. That's why it says the future refused to change.
I see.
So this ending just requires a little bit of explanation, because this is, once again, we're at the end of the game. So if I just fought Lavos or went to the Black Omen, we'd get the normal ending we already did like 2 years ago. But there's a slight difference if instead you take the time machine, the F here, to 1999 instead of going through the Black Omen or the Bucket or any of that.
Bucket Omen.
So this is what happens.
The fated hour.
The fated owl.
Woo! It's a poisonous game.
Whoa, what did we do? This was a bad motion. So then we get to see this cutscene again, but this time the F is floating in front of it. Do you think Lavos is gonna shoot this dude down with his Lavos-seeking, F-seeking missiles? I don't know.
With his lava?
See, now it's an F-14 instead of just an F.
An F-14. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I believe it's an F-16.
Oh, Tomcat. So if we choose to fight, now this is interesting because, well, you'll see. Let's just burst through Lavos with the F.
Are you kidding? He's in a 1956 Cadillac. We're in a DeLorean.
There was like tinfoil. We might wreck the F, but we really don't have a choice. Yes, you do. Let's put our trust in the F. Happy balance.
Would have been a 55 Cadillac.
Right. Yeah. So this is the only time in the game this music plays, by the way, which is kind of this slightly different remix of the Chrono Trigger theme. It's like, we're gonna do it. And this is an Easter egg I didn't know about for a long time, because I always just did the Black Omen. I never actually did it this way. So suddenly we've got like this cool first-person view and we're flying through hell.
Really cool.
Mode 7, guys!
Better than the Johnny fight. I forgot about this.
Yeah, no, it's cool, especially for Super Nintendo. I'm not doing anything, by the way. He's like bouncing around. I don't know what's going on in this background, but it's awesome, guys.
Look at the Millennium Falcon. Should've just made a whole game out of this.
I know, kidding. Just the epic fight scene. I get it. Anyway, the point of that is you don't have to fight Lavos' first form. You skip straight to his second form. You don't have to fight like the big boss rush or anything in front of him too. So, but I'm going to skip that. We're going to skip ahead to the end of fighting Lavos' second and third form. Thank you, F. I'm sorry, F. Anyway, so we fought Lavos' second form, we fight his third form, and bop. Oops. Wait. Oh, okay.
You bopped when you should have booped.
No. Let me explain what happened here. Because you fight his form and he dies, and the first part of this ending is exactly the same as the actual ending, so I just skipped it. So like, Chrono wakes up, he goes to the palace, and they're like, "Oh, you had to save the future," and like people come back and they're. Anyway, go watch that video if you want to see the first part of this. But we'll pick up here at the Moonlight Parade, where there's some slight differences. Dancing girls. Lara's legs are fine. Everyone's happy. Don't be a sack of potatoes. Chrono King says you saved the future. Wait till I tell my friends.
What does he know?
You saved us all? That's nice to hear, but I wish you spent more time around the house. It's a real problem when the person who takes care of the cat is gone. She's obsessed with this cat. Anyway, this ending scene is about 80% the same, so I'm going to kind of blow through it. It's a very touching, beautiful scene that we've already seen.
Zip, zap, zorp.
So, while we're seeing this last scene, I want everyone to think of their most romantic moments because of Valentine's. That has to do with Chrono Trigger. And post it in the chat. That's my challenge. Also, do a limerick or something. I don't know.
There once was a game named Trigger. It didn't involve the Tigger. It was so great, but we played it till late.
Except it's 9:30. And watch out, a chigger! Little bugs burrow under.
Watch your language.
Anyway, in this ending, Frog is still a frog. Even this is the game where I defeated Magus. Because Frog technically doesn't change back to a human until after he goes through the gate again. Which he had done in that other ending, but then came back. So it's a thing. It does bring back good memories, though. That's all.
Darn it, R66Y. Why can't you be a man?
Why can't you be a dish like that Pierre?
Ooh, he's so dreamy. Wish he was my booty.
My sister said bear. I thought she said Pierre. Anyway, the robot is crying. Marle laughs.
If I was a man, you would see me with tears. Shorts out.
All right, so this is where the ending starts changing, is right here. Because the gate actually closes before Chrono's mom jumps into it. And Luke is like, "Do you remember that talk we had? You mean about whether our lives flash by before we die?"
I don't remember anything you've said.
And I get the feeling the entity is finally at rest.
Who's the entity?
He's you, Doodler. You're finally at rest.
I'm an entity?
So we don't have to chase after Chrono's mom chasing after his cat. Instead, this is the only time that Marle's actually going to talk to the king without, like, running off in the time machine. Because the time machine's gone, so they can't obviously chase anyone through time.
Oh, because we smashed through people like a...
Because
we broke on through to the other side.
Yeah. And so, we actually, you know, aren't going to leave the king hanging this time.
We're just going to give you a high five.
And you're just like, "I'm traveling in time."
Combs his hair back.
It's naughty as Belle. We've seen this scene. It's beautiful. She actually really likes it in this one when she's not trying to save her friends. Now you can do the honors. And she does. It's what we all hoped would happen.
That's the naughtiest Belle I've ever seen.
And Chrono's like, "Here, let me give you a boost. But you've got to lift the 500-pound bell. I guess it has balloons on it, so it's, you know, heavy enough. All done! Hooray! And that's romantic. Oh no! It's like Gonzo from the Muppet movie. that's the frame of reference I've got. And Crono's like, "Don't worry, princess," or "Don't worry, princess, I'll find you."
Oh, that voice.
Anyway, so the bell weighed more than both of these people put together because now the balloons are just. And Luca's like, "Wait for me! That looks like fun!" And that's the last ending I'm going to show you guys from Chrono Trigger because we've seen them all now.
What about more endings?
Nope, that's it.
But.
No, there's nothing else left.
But.
This is the most romantic of endings here on Valentine's Day because, and I don't know who's setting off these fireworks because Tabin never showed up. But look, it's Crono and Marle and they're on balloons. And there's a lot of cool like sprite work done here, like there's unique sprites for this whole ending sequence. Although, all I can think of in this, I mean, it sounds romantic, floating over the countryside with the one you love, with just balloons and silence, and it's very nice. But all I can think of is Crono's arm must be getting really tired.
Probably.
But if he lets go, then they die, so, you know. So they'll float up into the upper atmosphere, all in love with each other, with this beautiful moment, until they get so high up they start to suffocate, and their blood freezes.
And die.
And then the balloons start popping one by one, because of the pressure inside the balloons is more than the pressure outside. Although it will take a while because these balloons are filled with helium.
But they're making out the whole time.
Making out the whole time
There's
with one arm.
You're gonna go. That's a way to go.
Way to
right,
go.
fellas?
They're frozen in each other's embrace. See, and now they're going to the moon! Now here's your upskirt of Marle. She's got pants on, so it's not upskirt. You actually see upskirt more of Crono here.
She's wearing jasmine pants.
Yeah. Jazz pants. Jazz pants! Ah! But with pants. And as they go to the moon, Neil Armstrong's like, well, that's one small step for what are these kids doing here? Or I guess whatever Chrono Trigger's version of Neil Armstrong is. Let's say...
It's probably Toma.
Sure, we'll go with Toma. That sounds about right. See, and now they can see the moon through the clouds, which were not there in the previous shot. Look, when I was 17, I thought this was really cool. And I still think it's really cool.
No, it is cool. Reminds me of Kirby.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, there's something evocative about night scenes like that, where you got like the big glowing moon, and it's just all soft colors. And
It's so evocative.
it's so... I said... Did I say evocative?
You did say
I
evocative.
did say evocative. All right, we'll go with it.
I knew what you said.
I thought you said provocative for a second, and I'm like, that's not where I was going to go, but then I realized what you actually said.
Yeah, I'm not always wrong.
Last time we did Chrono Trigger, we talked for an hour about how awesome it is, and we don't have to do that this time.
Oh, that's because Dan Rock isn't here. We should have invited him.
Yeah, well, that's true. He was here last time. He hasn't been down here since then.
Yeah, probably
Like-
died.
Like, not even... No, I played Terraria with him like a week and a half ago.
You played it with me, too. I was there. It's a good game.
Yeah. So, what is... So have you guessed from the beginning what I said? What is the theme of the player in the Doodler for the next 2 days?
Balloons.
Balloons. Nope.
The moon?
Nope. It is endings. See?
Oh.
See? Because
we played Jordan and Bird.
Because we played Jordan and Bird, and that was the end of their career. No, it's because we're going to be ending the channel tomorrow, at least in its current form. I've talked about this a little bit already, but it's time for us to move on to different pastures, and we'll still probably stream every so often, but
Support our Patreon.
Support our Patreon. Honestly, if we get like lots of people to support our Patreon, I'd bring it back. I'd start editing again, but I mean lots of people. Like
3.
Like more than 3.
Oh yeah, that's what we got now.
Blah, I just got the chills. That was weird. And I lost my headphone, and I can't find it. That's what I get for getting the chills. I'm gonna play the Marle music in a second. No, but so tomorrow we're gonna do King's Quest, the last chapter of that, the ending of it, if you will.
I will.
And then that'll be that. Although we'll still be doing Dokapon stuff because that game never ends. But seriously, seriously, that game goes on and on. But we'll be doing other creative stuff. I know that old Doodler is
pretty active on my Instagram now.
Pretty active on the Instagram. He's posting a lot of comics. He's got some books he's working on. One that's almost done. One that he just finished.
Oh yeah.
That our friend Randy, aka the Puppeteer, wrote and he did the illustrations for.
Yeah.
We'll post links to those.
Oh shoot, I left it in the other room.
It's in the other room, but that's okay. Well, like I said, your other book will also be out by the time this posts, so we'll post links to both of those in the description for this video.
Yeah, and links to the past.
And links to the past. So Eternal Kier says the editing's nice, but he'd be happy if we just chop up the live streams. And what I think we're going to do, I'm going to maybe make some highlights on Twitch, which is like way easier than editing. And then if you want to go back and watch those, you can do that.
Yeah. For
streams in the future. But anyway, thanks for watching all the endings of Chrono Trigger. We have now finally actually seen nearly everything this game has to offer. And now I just remembered what I was going to talk about during those other credits.
Well, this is appropriate because we usually talk over this music.
Granted, no, I was going to talk about the DS version and the stuff they added there, which kind of sucks. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the stuff they added. They added a couple dungeons at the end during the side questy areas, and most of them are pretty bad. One of them is just nothing but fetch quests. And then, like, you fight Chrono, Luca, and Marle's, like, evil doppelgangers or something, and then you fight...
When you go into 600 AD?
You go 600 AD and 65 million AD, and you, like, go back and forth between those two time periods in the same dungeon, and it's not great. And then at the end, you end up fighting the version of Lavos that ends up showing up in Chrono Cross for some reason.
With Shala
With Shala in it.
That's weird.
Weird. And you can't actually win that fight. You just do enough damage until the game ends.
And the translation doesn't have Ted Woolsey.
Yeah, and Frog loses his accent. There's like this arena that happens that you can train a Pokemon, but it's actually just a new that doesn't have arms and legs. It's like a blob.
That's terrible.
It's pretty bad. Eternal Kier was also disappointed with the DS stuff. Yeah, the thing is, none of it adds to the plot, because of course they can't add to the plot if they're just adding wacky features. The plot is what the plot is. So, don't do the DS version. Unless it's the only version you get, because it's better than nothing.
Do the PlayStation version.
No, that one has terrible loading times. Although
and it's got cutscenes.
It does have cool... Well, the DS version has the cutscenes as well, and it doesn't have the loading times. Yeah, there's some cool anime cutscenes that Akira Toriyama did that are really cool.
Like the Gato one.
There's no Gato one.
Yes, there is. When you go to... There's a Gato cutscene. You go, and he sings. It's an anime. In anime version. He sings... Yes! I'm not crazy here. I've watched it.
We're gonna have to look this up later. There isn't one. So anyway...
Yes, there is!
I own the PlayStation 1. It's in the other room.
It doesn't matter. It exists. I don't care if it was on the PlayStation 1. They made a Gato... anime.
No, they made a Gato anime, like a whole series?
No, like a short anime, like in Japanese cartoon style, in Dragon Ball Z style, just like the rest of the game.
Maybe, but it wasn't on the PlayStation version. It wasn't included in the game. It might have just been some extra thing that Akira Toriyama made and like put online. I don't know. It's not part of the game though.
Well, I watched it on YouTube.
Okay, so maybe YouTube.
But it wasn't like, it didn't look like some bootleg. It was drawn all in Toriyama style.
Right. Who knows?
Go look it up.
Go look it up. Thanks for watching Chrono Trigger.